Good afternoon, East Texas. This is your TylerPaper.com afternoon news update. Now, there's some breaking news we're following at this hour. The Associated Press is reporting that there have been 2 explosions at the finish line of the Boston Marathon, resulting in injuries. And we also understand that there may be at least 7 people who are from Tyler participating in this event today. Now, according to the AP, authorities were out on the course carrying off the injured, while the stragglers were rerouted away from the smoking side of the blasts. Now, competitors and race organizers were crying as they fled the chaos, and bloody spectators were being carried to the medical tent that had been set up to care for fatigued runners. Now, the AP was reporting that about 3 hours after the winners crossed the line, there was a loud explosion, and another explosion could be heard a few seconds later. Now, make sure to follow TylerPaper.com for more information on this breaking news. Now, also today, the Associated Press is reporting that North Koreans celebrated the birthday of their first leader today with little hint of the fiery language that has kept the international community fearful that a missile launch may be imminent. Now, Pyongyang fired off a rocket ahead of the last anniversary of Kim Il-sung's birthday, which was the centennial, but this time the day was simply the start of a 2-day holiday for residents who spilled into the streets. Now, there was no sense of panic in the North Korean capital, where very few locals have access to international broadcasts and foreign newspapers that are speculating about an imminent missile launch and detailing the international diplomacy underway to try to rein Pyongyang in. Now, elsewhere in the region, though, the focus remained on the threat of a launch as U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry wrapped up a tour to coordinate Washington's response with Beijing, Seoul, and Tokyo. Now, in Seoul, the South Korean defense minister told a parliamentary committee today that North Korea still appeared poised to launch a missile from its east coast, but he declined to disclose the source of that information. Now, foreign governments have been trying to assess how seriously to take North Korea's recent torrent of rhetoric, warning of war if the U.S. and South Korea don't stop holding joint military maneuvers just across the border. And in other news today, Governor Rick Perry announced a week-long print and internet ad buy in Crain's Chicago Business Journal and on chicagobusiness.com, claiming that the, quote, escape route from Illinois to economic freedom leads to Texas. Now, the more than $38,000 campaign touts what Perry calls Texas business-friendly climate and is sponsored by a public-private marketing firm. This is all according to the Associated Press. Now, in February, the firm financed California radio ads featuring Perry denigrating that state's taxes and regulation. That campaign preceded a Perry trip to California to recruit jobs and made national headlines. Now, Perry said the Illinois ad buy coincides with a special Illinois section going up on a website devoted to recruiting jobs to Texas. He said he wants to, quote, spur competition between states and recruit jobs and employees to Texas. And here's our news partner, KYTX CBS 19, with a look at your forecast.
Hi, everybody. Really warm and very much a quiet afternoon across the East Texas area. We go into the evening hours of tonight with a couple of showers trying to get going on our in-house computer model. But the bigger story overnight is going to be the clouds and the breeze staying up anywhere between 10 to about 15 miles an hour. We'll keep the clouds in place during the overnight period, first part of the day on Tuesday, and then see a gradual mixing of that. That's going to result in some sunshine, pretty good bit of it actually, and also warmer temperatures for the day on what will be Tuesday. Evening planner numbers for tonight. We'll keep it in the 80s here through at least 6 o'clock. South winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. Again, clouds will be kind of hit and miss, and we'll gradually increase the cloud cover during the evening and into the overnight period. 77 by 8 o'clock. 10 o'clock number should run you about 73.
And thanks for watching, everybody. Please check back to TylerPaper.com for breaking news updates throughout the day and night.